What is a ultimate luxury SUV? And what is the ultimate luxury SUV battle? Is this the BMW X5 and the Mercedes Benz GLE? And we have picked up the top of the line for enthusiasts, the X5 4M Sport in the petrol engine, and this one is the GLE 450 with an AMG trim. Top of the line specs, both of them are neck to neck. This one is priced about 1.06 crores. Ex-showroom, this one is 1.10, difference of 4 lakhs. And we are going to pick one winner. There's also a Volvo XC90, there's Audi Q7, but they both are due for an update this year, anytime soon. There is also the Range Rover facelifted Velar, but actually when it comes to numbers and luxury SUV, it comes to these two cars. So we have divided this into 6 parts as we move forward. So we will first have this from the design perspective, then we talk about driving and handling, we talk about the numbers, we talk about tech and interiors, we talk about luxury comfort, and finally boot and storage. So let's begin. Let's see who is the winner, and every round we will pick one winner, and at the end we'll sum it up and choose one winner. First, a disclaimer: design is subjective. It's boils down to individual choices, but I'm going to put my point across. In these two, the GLE actually is a design which is dating 1997. Especially if you go over the 3 rear quarters, it will remind you of that ML series, that iconic, and really still somehow it will remind you that the old ML has still born alive in its new avatar. Now let's talk about the X5. This large kidney grills, actually it also glows in the night, but these lights are the differentiating factor. This blue essence can actually throw up to 600 meters. These also are good lights. Overall, this is an AMG trim only. If you look at the diesel, the cuts are different, the design elements are all different. These are all very muscular, but somehow, if you ask me, the GLE wins this. Now from the front, the winner is definitely the GLE 450 for the simple reason that X5 doesn't look X5 unless it pulls near you. It looks like an X1 or X3, and for that reason, I would give this round from the front design to 450 because I want my car to brag from far that's a crore plus car. Let's move to the rear. These new 3-dimensional tail lamps wrap around the X5 in a very, very distinct way. I'm not a big fan of this, but it somehow looks very good on the X5 with these exhaust here, aggressive bumpers, and the 21-inch trim. This is my favorite. Move to the GLE. As I said, from this part, it will remind you of the iconic from that old ML series. Again, no nonsense car. Has a slight sloping roofline with this very nice stance overall. Very clear badging. GLE 450. From the rear, it can be GLC, it can be GLS. You can't really make out. Again, a big strap of chrome at the rear with 2 exhausts on each side. From the rear also, I would give my vote to the GLE. So hands down, round 1 design goes to the GLE. Mercedes Benz GLE does not come on top of your mind when you talk about driving. It's not a driver's delight machine. That is until you add the word 450 AMG to the whole equation. That changes the game, because this one, ladies and gentlemen, is a behemoth monster. Look at it. The way it pulls along, it's not funny. Of course, it being an AMG character, it really delivers. It's precise. It also comes with an integrated starter kit that also makes a lot of difference. It also has a hybrid boost, 20 brake horsepower, which gives 200 Nm of torque, which is not insignificant. It's more than the X5, but we'll talk about that in a separate thing. Apart from that, the steering is very precise. It goes where you want it to go. But if you talk about road noise, I will give it 6 on 10. It's not the best cabin experience that you would expect from a luxury SUV. It also is something that you will tend to wobble around because it is very good cushioning. Seats really tend to hold you back, but when you're going to drive on uneven roads, you will feel those sharp bumps, those edges, those parts. That's something that you will have to live with it. But having said that, it's not bad either. It's good, but I'm just setting my expectations very high because this damn thing costs a bomb, so why not? I like the 3-spoke steering. The mid-range is constant. It pulls all the way to the red line. Handling is great, and especially in winding roads, it is very precise. It's not as engaging as an X5, and this noise is something that you'll appreciate it, because this is gets that instant boost because all the turbos are spooling up. This is a hybrid system. That is until we drive the X5. The steering is nice and chunky, very nice with the M Sport badging here, and these have buttons here. Unlike the GLE, which is all touchscreen, which is not my favorite because you accidentally start hitting something or the other. The only thing that I don't like is the touchscreen right now when I'm driving, because this is complicated to touch and everything is inside the touchscreen, and if you're going to drive hard and fast, you need buttons in front of you. Even the AC ducts are designer, it's literally designer one because you don't know what is happening. You have to keep figuring out what is happening. All these little things are going to take some time to get used to it. Apart from that, there is no question that the X5 totally drives like a beast. Now this smile must already be giving you a hint as how I'm feeling after driving this. This that you see is because of that hybrid boost, which you get additional 12 brake horsepower and 200 Nm of torque. This is less than the GLE, but somehow it's more quicker. You see, the way its agility comes across is something that will put a smile on your face. When it comes to driving, this one definitely is looking very good. Yes, in terms of specs, it's almost identical figures. It has 25 Nm of torque on the higher side, which might be making some difference. And in terms of handling also, it's more precise. It has a 2XL setup. With one flick, you can get it to a off-road mode kind of a ground clearance, which is good. And it does 0 to 100 in 5.4 seconds. The GLE does in 5.6 seconds. That also suggests why this is more quicker. Even the turning radius is very precise. So when you are driving it, you can actually get this hunkered down like an M Sport, or you can just bring it up and drive it like a tall SUV. You get both. You can actually experience both. This is somewhat which makes which will give you that. If you're somebody who likes to drive cars at a low seat, then this one would give you that feeling, right? Actually, when you put this on sports mode, it gets you handling just like a super sports car, which costs 4 times the price of this. I'm talking Lamborghini Urus. Now this is a tall statement because that's a mighty Urus. But this one gives you that feel of that adrenaline. So driving wise, X5 M Sport hands down. This round definitely goes to X5. Mercedes gets inline 6-cylinder, producing 375 brake horsepower, 500 Nm of torque. It also gets a 48-volt mild hybrid system, 9-speed automatic, and guess what? The X5 gets almost identical figures. It gets 8-speed Steptronic, it gets 375 brake horsepower, but it has 25 Nm of torque more. So on this round, I am going to, of course, it also has a 48-volt mild hybrid system, and it also is a straight 6-cylinder. So on this round, I am going to give this a draw. Round 4 tech. Now the GLE gets a 100-watt fast charger, gets a wireless charging pad, that is common between the team, but it also gets a transparent relay of navigation. Yes, that's something very cool because it actually throws feeds to you, which you can see underneath the surface. That's a step up. In terms of even the dynamics, even the infotainment system, it's very well placed, It's right in the center. Its user interface also very easy. BMW, not really that intuitive because it's complicated. Somehow, when you're driving, it's very important to hit the right spot without trying too hard. That's what the GLE does to you. Even the way the screen is placed in the X5, it's like going seamless. It's infinity. It's not really concluding. This one is more well structured. It looks plush. It looks very, very well positioned. Also, the ambient lighting is shade better. Overall, the seat dynamics, seat kinetics is better in this. The backrest can actually tilt. That's again very good. Very good. Seat ventilation is there in all of them. So all of that is common. But this has a couple of tech features which is not there in the X5. So this round definitely goes to the GLE. Round 5, luxury and comfort. And this is where GLE is right there. Pratik is sitting comfortably right now, and this is how much legroom you get when you have a co-passenger in front of you. If he's not there, then you can of course stretch more. This is exactly the setting you have. It gets better when you pull this central armrest down. Very luxurious. You can put a phone here, some titty bitties here. You can also keep some things here. It's a very big miss because you could have a wireless charging tray here. This is something which Mercedes could have done, and nothing much, nothing else. These are all powered seats. You can adjust the seats back support like this right now, or go back, and you know, these are all way customizable. Even the headrest is very comfortable. The seats are cushioned, really very nice cushion. This wooden port trim, this Burmester speakers right here, everything looks very plush. And you also get these AC controls here right now. You also get a 2 C-type charging port here. And before we move there, this is the exact setting you get when your co-passenger is not there. This seat is stretched to its ultimate point. So much of leg room, very, very comfortable. You get 2 coffee mugs also here. Clearly, BMW is not interested for the backseat passengers. Pratik is again sitting comfortable. This much legroom I get, kind of squeezed in. Panoramic sunroof is a good thing. You get sunshades, but these are manual. In the GLE is electronic. Again, you have a C-type charging port here. You have 2 C-type charging ports there. AC controls are right here. The central armrest is again very basic but functional. It's not that something which shouts luxury from any side. It's nice that BMW has given a very nice choice of materials for the back seat, and it looks premium, but it's not really very comfortable. And if there's no co-passenger in front of you, wow, then you get enough of legroom. Still, it's not something very comfortable. The seats aren't that cushioned as a GLE. This round definitely goes to the GLE. Round 6, storage and boot space. And BMW X5 gets a classic split tailgate, which is very, very beautiful and standard of from its generation 1. And it's good, you know, because you can sit here, do some sunbathing, do some reading, whatever you want to do. And it's good. You can also get this tray down in case you want to load and unload, which is again very good. Boot space of about 650 liters, and you get a space saver tire also. Very good GLE. No split tailgate, but this can be lowered for loading and unloading. 93 liters of fuel tank and 630 liters of storage, 20 liters less than the X5. You get a space saver tire, which is good and standard. Overall good, but because of not having a split tailgate and because of 20 liters less, this round definitely goes to X5. But actually it goes because these are fake. I don't like it. Before we conclude, let's have some fun. Three wins for GLE, 2 wins for X5, 1 is a draw. So which basically means GLE is the choice of the car in this battle. But you know, before we conclude, we also have to say that these prices have gone up in 3-4 years, because X5, I used to own one. I bought that for 65 lakhs just 3-4 years back. Look how much more it has come to. GLE used to cost about the same amount of money, and for that price it is not really giving you that much, because massage seats are not there. Driving wise, both of them have equal amount of cabin noise. The insulation is not that great. The tire profile in this is good. It's like Lamborghini Huracan Section 315, but very low profile in the X5. So it gives you that, you feel that rattles. It could be, ride quality is not as pliant as you would expect. There are cars which can do better if you're going to pay that kind of price. But overall, these two are still the best in the market to buy. And if you're someone who's more prone to drive, then the X5 will be an obvious choice. But if you're something you want to drive at the same time, enjoy the rear seats, which is what a win is all about, GLE is the one for me. What do you think? Please drop on the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.